Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, March 9th, 2026. Hope you guys are doing great. What's up, Brian? How you doing? We got some check-ins here to catch up on. We got Lil C with first. We got Linux with the check-in. We got Mama Goof with the check-in. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. It's not been too crazy or too busy. I know some aren't. Well, some have been crazy is what I meant to say. But yeah, we're going to be playing some Satisfactory again tonight. We're actually starting a whole new build. We're in the desert biome. We're starting from tutorial phase because Lil C's never really done the tutorial stuff before. So to get her those achievements, we're starting that early, but it's on her tutorial screen. So we're just going to follow around for a little bit until we get up to where the hub's completely built, and then we're going to start going full in. So if you're actually considering Satisfactory, this might be a good stream for you because there's going to be a lot of teaching moments today, especially in the early game stages, to find out if so you could very well easily find out if this would be something you'd enjoy if you've ever thought about playing the game. So as a reminder, this week, the stream this week is Monday and Thursday, and I really think we're probably just going to be switching to that probably in April. Especially considering there's no point in changing it right now because I'm going to have a couple of, I have a week where I'm basically going to miss stream. Doing good. Hit 60 today. Nice. I think last time I looked, it was 80. Yeah, we got the AC going. The AC is kicking ass. Keeping things cool in here. Probably a little too cool. I turned it up a little bit because it got hot in this office, but because the AC thing, we still got to work out the electrician stuff, but so we're freezing everybody out so I don't melt, basically. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Anyways, y'all, we're gonna jump right in this game. Weather bug shows observed was 78. Huh. When I looked at the echo in the living room earlier, it said 80 on there. So, I mean, pretty close though. So, I mean, a couple of degrees off. I'm pretty sure it said 80. Now, I'm second guessing myself because, old man brain and all that stuff. But we'll have Lil C on. She'll be on Discord with us. So when I undeafen there, we'll be all ready to go. So here we go. My mic picks your voice up. Yeah. It's because we're so close. It shouldn't pick it up too bad, though, because I am facing the opposite direction and there's a dynamic mic. That portion was done. And we may have to jack with some of the noise filters and stuff to get your stuff set up perfectly. And then all that stuff. So, yeah. You guys hear me in duplicate? Can you talk? I don't hear you. It's because I have it muted. Okay. Now I should hear you.
Hi.
That's annoying. It just worked 2 seconds ago. Try again. Okay. She said hi. And I could hear me in the background. So. No, I mean, it's not great, but there's not much we could do about it right now. Yeah, you heard her, but I couldn't hear her. And that was the problem. I think I'm going to send you to 3 here. If you do clip us, her voice and the background noise will not appear in the clips or in the VOD. We have to work with the audio stuff because we had it set up with the stream together stuff really well. It's been so long since we did this. This is the first time we've really done this in the new place. So, poison. All right, let me get over to the right scene. All right. Huh? So, gotta find some iron, right? Normal node. Yeah, 3 nodes here. What's up, Guano Loca? How you doing? What do you want to build it? It's not going to stay where we build it because we're going to have to move it. My day's doing well. How's your day? It's doing well now since, yeah, I'm not working. So we're playing through Lil C's tutorial stage, so we're like at the very start of the game. Brussels sprout size. Nice. I think you told me, but about when were you due? So it did build the whole thing. Why did it build the whole thing? It's kind of frustrating because this isn't what it's supposed to be doing at all. Like, you're supposed to build this out a stage at a time. I wonder why it's not running us through. It's like we're supposed to build this out a stage. There's like 6 stages with the tutorial. Maybe it just doesn't let you do that in multiplayer. That's where all the achievements that we were trying to get were. My favorite streamers to watch. I can watch you around my toddler. Thank you. Well, I try to be. I'm not perfect though, but I try. I've been trying to clean up language and things like that. I still slip though because it's such a bad habit. What's up? Huh? Buttons. Okay. Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of people, they're like some other Christian streamers that come in here, so I just try to clean things up. Is this a Mercer sphere already?
Look through the window and witness a thread.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
Hey, did you say that you get the golden helmet and all that stuff? The golden helmet and the golden and the build gun. You get those because you had the game in early access. If people who bought the game after early access don't get those. The summer slip. I saw that your boy Kenneth Walker signed with the Chiefs. It's a good spot though. Where'd you go? You building stuff? Are you talking about the baby or the just keep feeding it? Yeah, I know it was a joke. I like a baby, but you have way less feelings for it. What are we doing? Gonna choose one of the I try to do basement. Yeah, we're kind of not ready for that yet. You gotta choose the hub. Choose the next milestone there. Does your starter have a name? Wait, does your starter have a name? I didn't know that. Brady White and Dolene. Plants don't have names. I name my computers and my vehicles. It's hey you. Hey you. What did he do wrong?
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Preserve the remains for later study.
Boss. The game seem really loud to y'all, or is it good? Weekend was pretty good. We seemed like we drove a lot. Well, I mean, we did, but realistically, there's a lot of is there 3 or 4 nodes here? There's 3. How was your weekend, man? Huh? Do you know how to make the miners? So the first thing you want to build is a equipment workshop. Which should be in your build menu. Yeah, under special. Doesn't take very much to build. Well, thanks for being a part of it. Wait, what did you do? Oh, sourdough pancake. Yeah, we've just done the. I don't know how those would taste on the Blackstone. And you like it? It has honey as its sweetener. And if you use like local honey, it has benefits against allergens. So now we could build portable miners. We could build like 5 of them. A portable miner. Build like a couple more. They save a lot of time. Because when you pop them down, they're in the equipment workshop. Unless you're making you're making stuff. Okay. So go to the equipment workshop. Actually, you don't even have to go over there. Hit the end, exit out of there and hit the end button. And search for portable miner. Right? To show you what it needs, and it'll also let you add it to the list. So you could add like 4 of them. You can see all the materials you need. Dude, we're losing so many players right now. It's kind of heart-wrenching. I was talking to Chad about the Eagles. All right, so you have them. Let's go to the nodes. And you can equip those in your hands. You drag them over to your hands. And then you put them down. And they start mining. And they could carry 100 each. And they'll just start mining until they hit 100. Then you could empty them and they'll keep mining. So just one run does 500 iron. You could do exclamation point X5 and it'll do 5 fish in a row for you. It'll do you'll do 5 casts. So just type this. And it'll do 5. I'm about to reset the points on it and do some like monthly stuff with it. We should build some more miners to get limestone. Because we could put these on everything. And then when we do the automatic miners, you need at least one of these for each miner that you build anyway. I need a crafting table. It's in special. The crafting bench. I just don't have the mats for it. It's like 3 rods and 3 plates. Not very much. There's the extra. Hey, what's up, Outlaw? How you doing, buddy? crafting bench over here. Dude, that game was so good. That Resident Evil. I guess it's not technically 9. It's people are incorrectly referring to it as 9. I was reading a thing about that. All right. Build some of these. I'll build like 10 miners. Build 5 for copper and 5 for what? Yeah, I picked up some out of those. The ones that are stopped are the ones that are full. Because when they're full, they just stop. Doing pretty good, man. How you doing? How's Jaina and everybody? I need more rods. I got plenty. I thought I'd made enough rods and I didn't. That was why I said that. There's some limestone not too far. Somewhat. What? Oh, I've already done everything. There's so much iron right here. It's crazy. Because on the other side of this little, whatever it is, there's a couple more nodes. And then right past those nodes are the limestone. One, two, three, four, five. All right. And where's the closest copper? Yeah, there's bacon over here if you want to grab it. I had a ping on the map. Yeah, there's more iron over here on this side. And then the limestone is over here.
Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it
You
won't
could
be
pull
for
stuff
you.
out of the
Store
miners
this
if you want
potential
to.
resource for later use.
Yeah, Outlaw's a really excellent streamer. He's getting numbers like he's gotten during Resident Evil. He should get partner pretty soon, I would think. Those are some really good numbers. There should be copper right over here. Normal nodes. A big break from streaming come September. Yeah, I imagine you will be. We'll be taking about a week off. Next couple of weeks are a bit choppy because I have my daughter's wedding and then I have a work trip. Like the next, like our wedding's on the Saturday, then my work trip is that next week. It'll be pretty hectic. Be back to no sleeping. Yeah. What stuff? Yeah, you just hit. Yeah, you just tear it down. You can move it wherever you want it. Yeah, but they're like dangerous. They like try to kill you. I was talking to chat. Well, we have all the creatures turned to passive, so they don't. We're kind of in a creative mode type thing. A little bit, not completely. We just don't have the mean monsters, basically. But these guys will beat you up in a hurry. Yeah, if I turn it off passive, they are very aggressive. But we need their We need their remains anyway for science, literally. This whole game is very wrong in a lot of ways. The comedy. If you ever played, I know you haven't, but anybody in chat, if you ever played Portal, the comedy reminds me a lot of Portal. Maybe not as much, but along those same lines. Yeah. Yeah, I beat both of them, first and second one. Some people haven't, believe it or not. So, I wasn't sure that Lil C had played it. You play a lot of different stuff. Oh, that bee hit me. Huh. Well, we have them turned to passive, so otherwise they would be outright like attacking us right now. Yeah, I really enjoyed those games. I like those puzzles. I like games that have a lot of puzzles like that. So I like the temples in Zelda Breath of the Wild, even though Outlaw hates them. Fridays are going to get a little choppy too, because Lil C just started Girl Scouts and they meet on Friday. One town over from us. And I'm probably going to be going to some of that. So I will try. But she streamed really late too, so I'm sure we'll work something out. Since your stuff's over here, I'm going to move my stuff over there too. Hit it.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
I think he was asking you if you had a good day. Yeah, send the recipe if you don't mind. I mean, if you want to. Sound kind of bossy. He is in the Discord also. So you joined the Discord server too, I believe. Right, so why are we doing jump pads? We can't even make rotors yet. We should still be doing the tier 1 stuff, which I think the next thing is logistics. Or we could do the one with the maps. I forget what it's called. We could do either one of those now. Because we got to build up some automation to be able to do stuff like rotors. Yeah, in that tier, because we have to be able to do things we can build. Like, I don't even think we have rotors. We don't even have rotors unlocked. Yeah, but we don't need to do part assembly yet. Because we need rotors to do to actually do the part assembly. Logistics will give us the splitters and the mergers for the conveyor belts, so we can start building some production lines. Yeah, but we won't have the infrastructure to build them yet. And you need to do part assembly. You have to have the space elevator set up already. Which I typically, now since we have base building, we have foundations. So we can start building foundations too. Where'd he go? Oh, did he run off? Yeah. I was going to get up here and I was going to bounce off of him. Yeah. That'll be alright. I see a Mercer sphere from over here. Last night with the hubs about the direction of the business and raising prices last night. If we release them, that's okay. You guys are in the like the are you guys like in the pest extermination business or whatever? Pest control, yeah. That stuff is expensive. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. You should try to automate something. So get the mats to build a Mark 1 miner. Go in your build menu and production. You need to build one miner, one smelter, and one constructor. To-do list. Oh, you okay? I think you just hit you'll need to steal one of the portable miners over here, because it takes one to build it. You have the mats for it yet? When you are on the build menu and you hover over it, there's a plus symbol there. It is, if God gives you something, you better. Yeah, that's the whole thing about you can't just stand on a shovel and expect God to dig a hole for you. That type of thing. And then you should probably build the big miner on one of these other nodes so we can leave these little miners here. Because it has to go on a node, but you have to clear the node first from the rock in the middle. So like over here, if you build it on this one, actually it's probably better to build it on this one down here where I'm at. Yeah. Because it has all those other little miners on it. We have to tell each other we're willing to work. And then you can build it on that node. Okay. You built your first full-fledged miner. It's not going to do anything until we supply power to it. It's really good. There's a lot of math to it. Especially when you start getting later in the game and doing a lot of different stuff. I don't know. My brain gets very happy with some of the stuff you can do in this game. And it's multiplayer, and we're on a dedicated server. Go ahead. Yeah. Also, go into the power menu and build a biomass burner. Add that to your list. Even though it's more to support software, I'm technically a best way to describe it is an information security engineer. You can get copper because we have miners on it. So there's at least 500. Yeah, there's at least 500. It's here. I could lead you to it though, so you know where the copper is at. There you go. Be a mom. Well, thanks for being here, and likewise, I appreciate you coming in here always. This is what homeschooling looks like when you're using a video game to help do it. Doing math stuffs. I got 100 stack. I know it's more than you need. I'm gonna go make some ingots for you though. Take care, Guana Loca. Gotta make sure I say it right. I'm gonna disable that last one for you. It's not gonna chat. I told her I was gonna. He keeps playing the Go Eagles with the tis behind it. Need copper. You need a wire. $25 wire. You only need like 13 copper. Because one copper ingot makes 2 wire. But I'm gonna make a whole stack of it. Because we're gonna need cable too to run wires. And you have to have wire to make cable. All right. And why don't you put it on this side? I want to separate it a little bit. Yeah, like right here is probably good. Around here somewhere. I think it only does 30 megawatts. Now we need to make some cable to be able to run wires. Yeah, we're about to tear all this stuff down so we can build our floor and then put everything on top of the floor. So it doesn't even matter how this looks right now. This is all temporary. Okay. We're gonna try to bounce off this guy. Oh no. Ow. It's like glitching out. I keep getting higher every time. Oh, we're gonna die. Okay, we didn't die, but more limestone down here. This guy starts spitting gas. I didn't know you were back. I didn't hear you. I was hanging out at the beach. This is where our copper's at. We'll go right down the waterfall. Yeah. On top of this mushroom thingy. You climb up where the copper is and come down here. On this little hill. Yeah, go on the other side to get up there. You have to do the slide jump or you don't get enough. Punch the fish. No, fish a bird. What? There's a dog over there, but we don't have any food. Get over here. This is the best way to make it. You gotta hit the C and then jump. Are you sprinting though? Hey, you scared the dog away. As you jump. No. You get out of what? You can get out of the water.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Are you ready to get back to work? What are you doing right now? You don't need that many power poles. Oh. You have a constructor and a smelter. You have a smelter? It's in production. Smelter and a constructor. Yeah. How much? Nope, nothing yet. We're actually just getting started on that. What's up, Snow? How you doing, man? I guess it doesn't let you do the tutorial in multiplayer because that's what we were trying to do as the very original to get her some of those achievements, but it just wouldn't do it in multiplayer. Where are you? There. Yeah, just us right now. Yeah, I mean, as soon as we uploaded the file to the dedicated server, it automatically just skips across it. Even if it's in the middle of the tutorial, when the save is uploaded, it just skips past it. For what? You have anything to power the biomass? I got some stuff. Well, that's we got to start planning. So you have the miner over here, right? So you want to put the smelter somewhere in front of it to where you can get a conveyor to it. So the green side is the output and the orange is the input. It's got a bunch of keys there that you could use different stuff. See, that's not going to actually work, I don't think. You might want to put it a little bit further away. Like quite a bit, yeah. And angle it. And then run the conveyor from the output to the input. You hit the 3 key and it should bring up conveyors also. Because it's on your bar down there. Alright, so, and then go to the smelter and tell it that you want it to do iron. Because it'll do iron or copper right now. So give it the right recipe. Yeah, we know. We just need to give it a recipe. Alright, so you want to do the same thing to the constructor. The constructor is the next step in the conveyor. So you want to put it to where it's on the other side of the, yeah, this guy. If you hold, I think it's the control key. It'll actually help you line up the conveyor too. We can mess with that a little bit when you get a little more experience with it. Alright, so give it a recipe. You could have it do plates or rods. Either or. It doesn't matter. And then let's go ahead and get some power to these guys. I'm gonna give you some biomass. You have a 200 stack. Okay. Just one 200 stacks all you need. No. It's gotta go in the burner. And then once you put it in the burner, we gotta run the cables over there to power everything. Okay. So it's got 200. Alright, I think if you hit the 2 button, it'll bring up power. We have to have cables. Do you have cables? Power poles or cables? Okay. I'll hit the 2 button and connect this guy and drag it as far as it'll go. At least close to over here. We don't want that to connect directly to these. We want to build a pole out here as close to our 3 guys over here as we can. You can connect up to 4 cables to that pole. Yeah, around there is probably good. Probably closer to the smelter because the smelter's in the middle. Okay, right there is probably good. Now connect, yeah. As soon as you connect, then they'll start working. So the miner's already spinning up. He's about to output ore. You want to watch it? He's got ore coming out of the conveyor now. And then the smelter is going to make the iron ingots. And it's going to send those to the constructor. That's going to make whatever you selected. Pretty cool. So when we unlock logistics, we have splitters and stuff. Because one thing, like if you look at the miner, right? Like go into the miner. It'll show you how much it produces per minute. All right, it says 60. You see that in the middle? Okay, then go to the smelter and do the same thing. And it shows you how much it produces and how much it uses per minute. So it's only using half of what the miner's making. So that's where the splitters come in handy, because you can make 2 smelters to handle everything the miner's putting out. And then the same goes to the constructor. The constructor's doing the same amount as the smelter's putting out anyway. So eventually the miner's just going to get backed up. Where it's not going to be running 100% all the time. Because it'll hold 100. It'll hold 100 in the building itself. And if you wanted to, you could build up caches between them like I usually do, where you put those containers between them. What? Yeah. So did you build rods or plates? Well, I'm asking you because you did it. All right, so the next thing we want to look at is the power grid. Okay, well, we're still working on this. So if you go to the power pole you built, you go into it like it's a building, it shows you the power grid. So right now it's producing and we're using 13 megawatts. And the maximum consumption, that's how much it would consume if all of your machines were running at once, which they are. So 13. So that means we still have a capacity of what, 17 we can build? Because when you build the buildings, when you go to the build menu, it tells you how much they consume of power. So when you're planning, whether you need to build another biomass burner, that's what you're doing. Because like for this, since we're working on that milestone, we could build a second set like this on another node that's doing the plates. Then we could go over in the copper and we could do the same thing and have it build the wire. Yeah. Yeah, whichever one we're not doing. Because eventually you won't be able to make enough on your own to progress very quickly in the game. You have to use automation. And then there's also a lot of things that you can't craft, that you have to use machines for. And Ada actually tells you that when you unlock project parts, because that's the first time you run into that. Over to the north, almost right to the north of the iron. So another thing also on those conveyor belts, since we're using the Mark 1 conveyor belts, because that's all we have, those will only carry 60 a minute. So you have to keep that in mind too, because you can't put more. I thought it was over here. What the heck? It is over here, isn't it? I may have been wrong. I think you went too far. It's actually really close to the iron. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't exactly to the north, but it was to the north. You need more than that? Are you building copper and wire now? What? Yeah.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
So let's do a conveyor splitter. Yep. This one. Let's do a smelter and a constructor. And that's going to add, yeah, so that's going to add, the smelter takes up 4 and the constructor takes up 4, so that's 8. We have plenty of power for that. So you can build the new smelter next to this smelter. Right, so build the smelter pretty much next to the other one. On either side. I mean, it's probably better on this side because the pole's in the way on that side. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, but unless you wanted to move the pole. Alright, so take this splitter and put it on this line right here. It should let you put it on this conveyor belt. Not yet. It should attach to it. It'll snap to it. I don't know if you... Yeah, that didn't do it. That didn't work. You could tear it down. You want it to attach to it. Yeah, like that, right there. Yep. Don't worry about it not being straight yet. Once we rebuild everything and we put our floors down, everything will straighten up. Now you want to run conveyor from that to your new smelter. And then the new constructor, pretty much, yeah. And Then you need to set the recipes and set up the power. So that one's maxed out already, right? You already have 4 on it. Does it let you? It may not let you. You may have to do. We may have to do a trick. So that wire that's coming off of that, go ahead and use F and get rid of it, and then connect a new wire to that. And then run it like maybe right about here where I'm at. You okay? You hit the 2 button. This 2's the cable on your thing, and then just drag it over here. Yeah. And like maybe right about here. Okay. All right, then connect a new one to that, and then run it on this side to this one. Hit the 2 button. And then just connect it to this cable. And then this one over here, now we could run another one off of this onto the other side. And then connect those up. And then you got another full production line. Okay. You want to make that output to a storage container? What are you building now? You only have one go in there. You have to put the merger on there. Yeah. You have to make sure it attaches. There. Like. So what are you trying to do here? Huh? The screws only takes rods. And then after you get screws to make reinforced sheets, then it screws and sheets together. So you're like on the path, but you're just one level down from that. Because don't you need those? Because you need those to build the constructors anyway. The reinforced iron plates. So you have this one just needs a recipe and power, right? You already got the recipe, so. So get rid of this cable right here. The long one. It goes all the way to the power plant. And then just run a cable from this pole right here to that. And then also connect this pole to that one. Yeah, exactly. And now everything has power. Check your power grid and see how much space you have left. You have five left before you have to build another power plant. And since these constructors take 4, that means you have 1 constructor left. So we don't have the ability to make the reinforced plates yet. Because we need the assembler. Which is, we still have to unlock. Which is in the project, I believe it's in the project parts thing. Or part assembly. Yeah. The field research gets us the map and the MAM and more storage. Yeah, so there's a trick to that, right? What you want to do is create a splitter on that iron rod line and run some off into a storage container, and it'll just basically send half of them to screws and half of them to your storage. That makes sense? And storage containers don't take power, so you can make as many of those as you have materials for. Yeah. And so now it's gonna send half there and half to your storage. What are you doing now? I can't hear you. Yeah, but what specifically are you doing? Super exciting stuff here. What? Of what? Of what? So here, brother, so I'm so quiet. Ah, no worries, man. I had a question for you and I forgot what it was. Zero. But I have a ton of wire. I was about to start making it a cable, but I had to make copper. Uh-oh. And then you have to reset the breaker. It flipped the breaker. So there's a, when you go in there, there's a breaker. You just pull it down. Yep. This is a pretty chill game, so there's not always a whole lot to commentate on, especially when we're just sitting here crafting things. If Songify still having issues, I know they showed it in their status page that they were having some problems today. You gonna hit it?
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
What's up, Chucky? I need to try something other than my big ass. Feeling that now. It cost me about $70 to drive to Dallas and back on Saturday. For 300 miles. What's up? We don't have rotors. We still need to do field research and complete tier 1. There shouldn't be a whole lot to it for us now. Obstacle clearing is another good one because we get the chainsaw. Yeah, you can't put the stuff in until the rocket thing gets back. You can select it, but you can't actually. Oh man, we need all that wire, and I just built all this cable. I built 500 cable. Yeah, we'll be able to use it. We could work on automating the copper line now though. Or even concrete. What's cool about concrete is we don't have to use a smelter. We just go straight from a miner to a constructor. With the price of gas here. How much is gas there? I mean, I use gas rewards to get it down to that. And I think I paid $2.77 a gallon with the 20 cent off thing. 20 cent off a gallon. But it was, I guess, when we were in Dallas, it was about 320-ish there. Town's 450. Are you diesel? Are you diesel? That's about the diesel price here. Well, actually, it's upwards of about $5 for diesel. Yeah. Jeez, your gas is a lot higher than ours, but we live like pretty close to some refineries and stuff. I think it just generally ends up cheaper over here for whatever, for those reasons. Alright, so what do you want to work on, kid? Yeah, cool. Because we also need to build another. I need to build in some more power soon. Yeah. You can do that in containers and stuff too. We got guys coming back. Yeah. I think we're still here. Where is everything? Testing. Yeah, it's still there. All right, sorry about that, guys. I just had a breaker. Decided to pop in this room again. Gotta work on getting a electricity in here. Working on this. We have a ton of fees on a gallon of gas now. It's like a Washington State. Yeah. I keep forgetting. Why do I keep thinking you're like in the Southwest, Chucky? I know it's crazy in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know why I keep doing that, dude. All right, so I think we're back. I got to get my windows sorted here, though.
Molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Yeah, I need to just associate you with my birthplace. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, we didn't lose anything. We didn't even lose connection to the internet or anything because everything went to battery backup. But my monitors aren't on battery, so I'd lose sight of everything. And the cameras aren't on battery. It's just the PCs and the routers and everything. Well, with that being said, I don't even see how long we've been live. It doesn't show on here. It's 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 35 seconds. That's how long it's registered on OBS. I'm going to take a break, guys. I'm going to use the restroom and all that stuff. So if you guys don't mind sitting tight for a little bit, I will be back in just a few. Enjoy some clips, unless you're not subscribed to the channel, and you'll get some ads while we're away, but you won't miss a thing, I promise. I'll be back, guys. Hey everybody. I'm gonna have to wrap up stream. The power kicked off another time and now my gaming rig will not power on and I don't know why. So I'm gonna have to cut things short. Don't know when we'll be back. I don't know what happened or yeah. I'm not happy right now. All right guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a great night. Yeah, my I think my gaming rig just fucking shit itself. I think I'm fried. I hope not, but it's not powering on. Anyway, y'all, take care of yourselves. I will talk to you guys later. Keep an eye on the Discord. I'll let everybody know status for streams later this week. Take care of y'all yourselves. I'm out of here.